Middle East Respiratory Syndrome coronavirus, or MERS-CoV, is a type of virus that causes Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, or MERS for short. Since it is a virus, MERS-CoV is composed of a nucleic acid core, a protein coat aka a capsid, and an envelope in the case of this specific virus. It also cannot reproduce on its own, requiring a host cell, and it is extremely small. As mentioned in the name, it is a variety of coronavirus, specifically a positive single-stranded enveloped RNA virus. Coronaviruses appear crown-like, which is where they get their name from. Their viral envelope features small ball-bar projections made up of viral spike blomers, also known as spike proteins. These spike proteins are used to latch onto host cell receptors to then gain entry into the cell. The virus then releases its RNA genetic material into the cell, hijacking the ribosomes in the cell to replicate the virus's genetic code to make even more viruses. Eventually, once new coronaviruses are formed, they break out of the cell, killing the cell in the process. Other important proteins include envelope, membrane, and nucleocapsid proteins. Moving on, MERS-CoV is not a type of bacteria, so it is not comprised of a cell, cannot metabolize, technically does not respond to stimuli, and can only multiply via a host. However, like bacteria, MERS-CoV features nucleic acid, RNA in this case, and can also evolve through mutations. All cases of MERS, caused by MERS-CoV, are linked to the Arabian Peninsula. First cases were reported in Saudi Arabia in September of 2012. However, retrospective investigations revealed that first known cases of MERS actually occurred in Jordan in April of 2012. MERS-CoV is also a zoonotic virus, meaning it can be transferred between humans and animals through indirect or direct contact with infected organisms. People contract MERS-CoV from close contact with ill people, such as caring for or living with an infected person. MERS-CoV can infect anyone, causing the related respiratory syndrome, MERS. The virus spreads between humans through respiratory secretions, such as those secreted when coughing or sneezing. MERS-CoV has been identified in dromedary camels in numerous Middle Eastern, African, and South Asian countries. Analysis of different virus genomes suggests that MERS may have originated in bats and later spread to camels. Since 2012, 27 countries have reported cases of MERS, a respiratory disease caused by MERS-CoV. Also, according to the WHO, there have been 858 known deaths due to MERS and related complications. MERS patients develop severe respiratory illness. Symptoms usually occur 5 or 6 days after infection, but can range from 2 to 14 days. They include fever, coughing, and shortness of breath. Historically, 30 to 40% of MERS patients die, which is much more lethal than the infamous SARS-CoV-2 virus, or the virus that causes COVID-19. People with diabetes, cancer, and chronic lung, heart, or kidney disease are immunocompromised, meaning that their immune system's defenses are weak in combating MERS, leading to a higher chance of complications and ultimately death. MERS-CoV is a virus, meaning that antibiotic treatment is not a solution, as the virus is not alive like a bacteria cell is. Unfortunately, there is also no vaccine to prevent MERS from developing when individuals are exposed to MERS-CoV. Furthermore, there is no specific antiviral treatment for MERS, and it is up to the infected individual's immune system to combat the virus. MERS patients commonly receive medical care to relieve symptoms, and in dire cases, treatment includes care to support vital organ functions.